Well, I came to the mission originally because I was court ordered for one, and for two, I knew that I just needed something different. I knew everything that I had ever done or ever tried previously was not working, nor did work, and I just knew I was desperate for something new. I knew I needed change. So.
I was also court ordered. They were just going to reinstate my probation, but I told them that I needed to go to treatment because I tried that before and it didn't work, and I just knew I needed to do something different. And like she said, I was desperate as well, so I was willing to do anything.
I have had a lot of abuse in my life. I've been in and out of addiction since I was 15. I'm 44. I almost couldn't even remember how old. It's been that long. The abuse has caused me to be in and out of mental hospitals. I needed a new life and a new start and a lot of Jesus.
I felt completely hopeless. I had no relationship with God at that point, and really didn't care if I woke up the next morning. Struggled with alcohol addiction off and on, and something had to give, something had to change.
So one of my biggest moments was also pretty much like a faith builder. When I first got here, my faith was very, very weak. And I remember I was sitting at the altar one night, and I was just praying to God and asking Him just to show me that He was real. Just reveal Himself to me. And I remember Miss Wendy, you was leading praise and worship, and we went through the whole service, and nobody said a word. And at the very end of the service, you were talking, and you said that God told me to tell somebody in the room that He is real. So it was just crazy. It just blew my mind because, that showed me like that the Holy Spirit was there. You heard He was hearing me, and that was just a big awe moment for me, and it really built my faith. It really, really did. So.
I went down to the altar probably maybe a couple months after I got here. Put my hands up, and I felt God's hands in my hands, and that was probably the biggest aha, yes, you're back, I'm back, we're back kind of moment. And that was probably the biggest thing.
Mine was I got healed of Hep C. I came in with Hep C. There was some blood work stuff that got messed up, and I wouldn't have known about it if I didn't come here to get it checked. And I remember first coming in, praying, and having others pray for me to be healed, because I had heard that it happened for other people and it should happen for me, and it did. That was a giant faith builder. And then, I lost my dad. And I remember I was at the altar. Miss Susan came up and prayed for me, and just God spoke through her, telling her that my dad was proud of me. He's never left me. That was a giant faith builder. I think about that every day still. And just little things, like God's actually answering my small prayers for the guys here. I see a lot of them, their faith growing. And it's really cool to watch them grow, and just for me to be used as a vessel to allow God to work through me and testify to them what He's done for me, so that they can see it too, to where their faith will grow too, and just able to pass that on is good.
I think for me, just some of the restoration with my family has been a big faith builder. Prayers, little prayers, which seem big to me, that have been answered.
If you were talking to someone who was considering coming into the mission, what's the thing that you would say to them?
Don't wait, don't think about it, because the more you think about it, the more you have time to plan a way out. Take that leap of faith, dive into it, talk to someone in a church, talk to a pastor, counselor, whoever you need to talk to, and tell them, go ahead and get all your fears of it out the way. That way you can come in with a clean slate and just desperate and ready to receive whatever God has for you here. Because it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad.
So something I would say to somebody that's trying to come into the mission or was willing, like Billy was saying, pretty much don't wait. It's a cycle that's it's just gonna continue, and it's only gonna get worse, really. And I know that God can break the chains that are holding you down. He definitely did for me and everyone here, I do believe. And there is a joy and a peace and a happiness that you'll get from the Lord, and a feeling you won't ever get from drugs or anything that a drug does to you. Just don't wait. Come, immediately. So that's what I would say.
Well, I think for a lot of us, we just got to a point that we didn't have any options. You know what I mean? Like our life had just beat us down in general. And when you can't, it's gotten so dark that you can't see, look up and come to the mission.